I'm going to be sharing with you in this video how to use affirmations and prayer to manifest exactly what your heart wants. Because actually what most people don't realize is that affirmations and prayer are actually the same thing. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you exactly why that is the case, how you can tap into this to manifest what you want, and how to do this in the most effortless and easeful way possible. So if you're new to this channel, what I want you to do is I want you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to hit that notification bell because I do post a new video every single day. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation. Now, the first thing that I want to share with you in this video in terms of how to use affirmations and prayer to manifest exactly what your heart wants is, number one, what you want to do is pick an intention. Pick an intention. Now, the funny thing is that most people don't see is that an intention and picking an affirmation is actually the same thing. Because when you set an intention, what you want to do is you want to set that intention in the present tense as if you already have it. You don't want to be saying, I want to get this thing, or I hope that I get this thing. You want to be shifting quantumly your consciousness into a version of you that already has the thing that you want. This is what you want to be doing. So when you pick an intention, really what you want to do is find an affirmation that actually connects with this intention, assuming that you already have it now. And it doesn't matter if you believe that this is going to work. You need to believe in the fact that it's going to work, even if you don't believe that it's going to work. You can actually use that as a permission slip. I don't believe this is going to work, but can you believe that it's going to work even though you don't believe that it's going to work? Can you believe that even though I don't believe that it's going to work anyways? Just by first starting off by picking the intention. So this is why it's very important to know what you want to create in your life, what you would like to call into your experience, because nothing happens by accident in life, right? You need to set those intentions. You have to call in what you want. And how are you going to call in what you want specifically if you don't know what you want? Now, I'm not saying that you have to specifically know what the person's going to look like if you want to manifest a relationship, for example. But you do want to know for a fact that you want a committed romantic relationship, for example, if that's what you want. Some people want that, but they're not willing to fully own that. That's what I want. I want a committed romantic relationship. Once you know that about yourself in terms of the desire that your heart really wants, it's a lot easier to set an intention and actually find an affirmation that allows you to get what you want, because now what you're doing is you know exactly what to affirm. You know exactly what to put your focus on. And when you affirm it and you embody that identity, after that little ritual, so to speak, that you do, that I'm going to be sharing with you in a moment here, how to actually do this. When you follow up with the rest of your day, all you're going to see in your filters, in your consciousness, is anything that aligns with that intention. That's how reality works, right? What you focus on grows. And if your subconscious is programmed to see certain things in a certain way, that's all you're going to see in your experience, because you chose to see that in your experience. You chose to program yourself in that way. You can be super grateful. Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful that I have a relationship, right? Then you're only going to see things that help you to manifest that as if you're already in that. What's going to move through you, what's going to come through your experience is everything to help you shift into that version that already exists, and you're becoming that version of you as you intend for that. Intention is nothing more than choosing to be something in this life. That's what intention is. Intention and affirmation are basically the exact same thing as far as I'm concerned. Okay, they're basically the same thing. Now, the second thing that you want to do once you've chosen an intention and picked an affirmation is you want to actually sit down, or whatever resonates for you, right? Whatever personally resonates for you. And then once you actually find, a position that resonates for you, what you want to do is just make a little make a little ritual for yourself. Make a little ritual where while you're in this position or sitting down or in a meditation or lying down, or maybe you go to before you sleep or whatever, you want to just keep putting your attention for, time doesn't really matter here. It can be 10 minutes, it can be 15 minutes, it can be, an hour, it can be 5 hours, it can be 10 hours, right? It could be whatever resonates. If you want to set a timer for 15 minutes, sometimes that's what I do, that's fine. It's not really about the time. It's not about the time. It's about how you feel, and do you feel that sense of completion where like, yes, I've tuned into this alternate reality where this is who I am now. That's what you really want to be doing. You want to be sitting down or being in some position or whatever resonates for you, like still your consciousness experience, so to speak. It is going to feel like a lot of movement is happening, but you're coming from that place of inner stillness, right? And then keep putting your attention on that affirmation for a certain period of time. And what you want to do is just keep basking in that intention, bask in that intention, bask in the affirmation. Let your subconscious, let who you are become it. Right? Let yourself become it. Let yourself become that new version of yourself. Okay, and that's really quite simple. That's the second step. Now, once you do the second step, this is very simple, so I'm not even going to give more attention to it. All you do is just sit down and keep putting your attention on the affirmation for as long as you resonate. Once you feel, like, just let it bask in your consciousness for as long as you feel. Okay? Now, the third thing that you want to do in terms of how to use affirmations and prayer to manifest exactly what your heart wants, which again, affirmation and intention are the exact same thing, okay, as far as I'm concerned. They're basically the exact same thing. Like, by the way, I just want to make sure that I'm positioned here in the center, because I'm always like all over the place in my videos. It's like, okay, I just need to be in the center. Now, the third thing that I want to share with you in this video, in terms of how to do this, is here's what you have to understand. Here's the most important thing, okay? This is the most important thing. And I encourage you to really let this digest, let this really, digest into your consciousness, because this very well could be the most important thing that you have ever learned in any video in your life. Okay, I'm being serious. This could be the game changer for you. This could be what allows you to manifest what you want and live a successful life that is in alignment with your heart's desires. Success is of course subjective, but I mean success to what you personally want in your life. And the difference between that happening and you recreating similar experiences and never realizing you're a divine creator. This moment right here could be the epiphany that you need to remember that you're a divine creator. So I want you to really tune into this and digest this fully, okay? What you need to do, which most don't understand when it comes to prayer and affirmations, is while you're affirming, while you're intending, which is also becoming what you want, as far as I'm concerned, intending and becoming is the same thing. You have to combine this, listen closely, you have to combine this with a surrender to unconditional awareness. This is what you have to do, which is not quite a doing, it is a consciousness and a state of being. Now what this means is that while you're doing those intentions, simultaneously you're expanding your awareness and you're just surrendering to unconditional observation. How do you do this? You don't need to be doing 5 years of meditation. You don't need to do 10 years of meditation. If you believe that you have to, then perhaps you have to, but you could skip all of that and simply realize that you already are unconditional awareness right now. You just have to realize that you are unconditional awareness, right? And as far as I'm concerned, you can shift into a version of you which you already did 10 years of meditation or whatever, and that's the past that you have, so to speak. And your past can be different in that reality. And then in that reality, you already have this skill set of being unconditionally aware while you're being grateful, because of course that's your natural state of being. If you believe that you have to do 10 years of meditation, then you can go through that process, but you can skip all of that and realize that actually you're already a divine creator on some level of consciousness. Now what you do is while you're intending, you simply surrender simultaneously to unconditional awareness. So you intend, and then you pull back your energy and expand. And this is like a simultaneous process that actually is happening at the exact same time, always, and every person's experience, whether they realize it or not. But now what you're doing is you're doing this on purpose. You're already intending for something and then becoming it. That's what life is. That's life. Like, I hope you realize life is literally you're intending for something that you're becoming through your thoughts, and then you surrender to unconditional awareness and you become it. I'm just pointing out something that's already happening, whether you realize it or not. Like, we're already visualizing, we're already choosing our experience, we're already affirming, we're already, like somebody for example says, oh, I'm a clumsy person, I'm always unlucky, bad things happen to me. I would watch out if you call yourself a clumsy person and say bad things happen to you, because you're programming your subconscious mind to recreate an experience over and over and over where you tell yourself that you're a clumsy person and you keep manifesting bad things into your life. You can actually confirm that to yourself by noticing that that's what you're doing. I'm not here to tell you something that's not true, that you can't confirm in your own experience. Now, most people are conditioning their subconscious mind through ideas that somebody told them that they don't even resonate with, and they keep reaffirming a reality that they don't want, telling themselves, I'm clumsy, I'm unlucky, why do bad things happen to me? And they're creating that whether they realize it or not. Okay, so I'm just pointing out something that's already happening. Now, what you want to do is realize that's already happening. Oh yeah, I'm already manifesting my reality. I can just change what I manifest, become more conscious in terms of the place that I come from while I'm manifesting, realizing that you're not just a human being, you're a consciousness tuning into alternate frequency realities where you can choose what you actually want. Okay, so what you do is you surrender to unconditional awareness, you expand your awareness while you're intending. And the hand gestures that I'm using are very specific. Intention is like a focused, I want to become this energy. Unconditional awareness is you pull back and just expand your awareness, right? You can actually merge these two energies and become one with the masculine and the ultimate divine feminine of expanding, and bring these two together and realize that you're a divine creator. You can do this right now. Already you're doing this right now. The question is, are you conscious of it? Okay, now the bonus that I have for you here, while you're doing this, now once you're done this three-step process of choosing an affirmation, sitting down or being in some position that resonates for you, and then while you're doing this process of intending, you're surrendering simultaneously and letting your ego bask, letting your ego transform into a new version of a different ego. There's two bonuses that I have for you here, so make sure that you stick to the very end of this video to really grasp these bonuses, because these are important as well. While you're surrendering to unconditional awareness and picking that intention, and or you're, at this point you've already chosen the intention, you've already picked it, you're choosing to become it, and you're surrendering into it while you're choosing it. At this point, what you want to do, while you're doing this, a bonus that I have for you, which I'm going to share with you, bonus in terms of another thing you want to be keeping being aware of, so to speak, while you're doing this, and then something you can do after as well to support your manifestations after you're done this ritual, so to speak. This ritual, which I say ritual in that way because you don't really need to do it in a ritualistic, habitual way every single day. Just whenever it resonates for you, you want to tune into this and transform your identity whenever you want. Okay. Now, while you're doing this, what's important to remember is that, this is going to sound a little bit weird, but I want you to be open to this. You're going to notice your body restructuring itself. The cells in your body are going to restructure. That DNA in your body is going to restructure. Your whole ego is going to be dying while you're doing this. Whoever that you chose to be previously, the patterns are going to rearrange themselves and change and morph and transform into that new intention. So if you previously believed that you do not have a romantic relationship in your life, any pattern associated with that in your body at a physical level, you'll notice that change. You'll notice yourself literally changing into a person that has the relationship already or has the money that you want. Let's say you want to affirm that you were making $20,000 a month. The version of you, any patterns at a physical level or an energetic level that you used to be, where maybe you believed you make only $10,000 a month, or perhaps maybe even have financial issues in the old reality, that's all going to be changing and transforming into a new version of yourself. And I encourage you, don't be scared. There's nothing to be scared of. Okay, you don't want to be falling into fear. Oh my gosh, it's just too scary, it's not working. Go back to the old reality. You want to avoid that. What you want to do is let your old self transform into that new self. It might feel a little bit weird. It might feel a little bit uncomfortable, but I want you to hold that and trust yourself until you feel, yep, I've completed this ritual, so to speak, and now I can move on with my day. So I just wanted to point that out while you're doing this, to be aware that some old version of you is going to quote unquote die. It's going to be like an ego death experience. Let that old version of you die and let yourself transform into a whole new version of yourself. Okay, let yourself transform into a whole new version of yourself. This is how you do quantum jumping. This is how you do consciousness leaps, major leaps in consciousness, major identity shifts in short amounts of time. This is how you do this. But it requires you to surrender who you thought you were, who you believed you were. Maybe you forgot who you were just stuck in the mind. Oh yeah, I'm a divine creator. Expand your awareness. Let the change happen. Let all the transforming, all the DNA transforming that needs to happen, let that happen. Let that happen through you. right? Let it happen through you. It's not necessarily happening to you, it's happening through you, and depending what happens through you depends on what you choose to tune into. Does that make sense? Leave a comment down below if that makes sense. What happens through you depends on what you choose to tune into. I'm gonna say that one more time. What happens through you depends on what you choose to tune into, okay? Now the final bonus that I have for you here is what you wanna do is take inspired action after you're done this ritual. Let's just say you want to be a successful business owner, right? And then you affirm that you have a certain amount of money. What would you do after that? Because you want your feelings and your thoughts and your actions to be aligned as well. So if you sit down and do ritual that you're grateful that you're now this new business owner or that you have this amount of money, and then you go check your phone to see if you have money, you don't want to do this. This is a bonus here. Avoid checking at all costs if the new reality is here. Because checking, listen closely here, I want you to listen closely here. Checking if the reality is here assumes that you're still coming from the old identity of I need to check if it's here yet, which means that who you are being in that moment, whether consciously or unconsciously, whether you did this on purpose or by accident, of course you wouldn't do that on purpose because you'd be affirming the old reality and you don't want to do that. That only happens accidentally usually, is unless for some reason you want to do that, but I wouldn't see why. But if it does resonate for you, then by all means, manifest that. But you want to avoid checking, right? So if you're checking, that means that you're assuming that I am still a person that hasn't manifested what I want, and I need to check if it's here yet. You wouldn't do that if you were already where you wanted to be. Once you're done the ritual, maybe just go right to the gym or something, or go start, connecting with people that the business version of you would do. Like how the business version of you would do things. Maybe you'd be connecting with people, maybe you'd be going outside for a walk, but anything that avoids checking if it's here. Anything that you can do, any action that feels in resonance, in alignment with who you want to be, that's what you want to do. At all costs, you want to avoid checking if it's here yet, because that is going to imply that it is not here yet and you're slowing down your manifestation process. Ultimately, that's fine. You're not going to nothing bad's going to happen other than you're just going to recreate the same experiences for infinity until you realize that you're doing that. But then you can just skip that and speed up this whole process by realizing that's not necessary, right? Don't check, just become who you are and believe fully that you are that person. Just believe it 100%. Just give yourself permission to believe 100% that your ritual is manifested into existence already. It's already here now. Comment down below, my manifestation is already here now. My manifestation is already here now. Comment that down below, my manifestation is already here now. So take inspired action and don't check that it's here. Now, if you apply these 3 things, you will in fact manifest your heart's desires and you'll see magic happen. Now, I just want to share with you before I conclude this video, if this works for you, which it's going to work for you, this is going to work for you. Just trust me, it's going to work for you. Well, not if it works for you, when this works for you, what I want you to do is I want you to come back to this video, whether a week later, whether 2 weeks later, whether a year later. I want you to come back to this video and leave a comment down below sharing your success story, sharing how it worked for you, to show others that it worked for you, to help people gain confidence, okay? Because you want to show others, lead by example, that this is working for you. I'm not afraid to show off my manifestations because I can show people that it's working. Right? I can show people that it's working. So if this works for you, I want you to come back, not like that you're showing off in like a bad way, but if it makes you feel good, then yes, show off. Be somebody that shows people I am a creator, you can be a creator as well. So if this works for you, and when it works for you, I want you to come back, and it's going to work for you. Trust me, it's going to work. There's no really ifs here. When it works for you, I want you to come back and leave a comment down below and share your experience, because many people will benefit from that. And with that, I conclude this video. Once again, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation. Also, if this video resonated for you or helped you in some way, leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. I read every single comment. Also, please hit that like button for me so that more people can get access to this content, because I do believe that every single person on this planet does deserve to know that they are divine creators of their reality and that they can manifest their reality in the most effortless and easeful way possible, helping themselves and helping others in the process as well. And hitting that like button does help the YouTube algorithm to push the videos out to more people, and that would be greatly appreciated. As always, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next